Let's dive into how to create your SOP lead magnet. So the objective is to use the SOP lead magnet builder to create a high converting, easy to execute lead magnet that attracts your ideal top of funnel client and naturally leads to your next offer. So why this lead magnet matters. If your webinar is your core sales story and your VSL is your conversion content, then your lead magnet is the doorway to both. So a well-structured lead magnet builds trust and authority with brand new leads. It solves a meaningful problem in minutes, not hours. It starts the conversation with your dream ideal clients, and it creates instant reciprocity and positions your offer as the next step. It gives you this asset that works across multiple entry points. You can share this on YouTube, email list, organic content, podcast interviews, and so many other things to turn listeners or viewers into potential leads for your program. This is not a throwaway PDF. It is your client attraction magnet packaged in a way that feels valuable, digestible, and worth exchanging an email for. So the 7-page structure of a high converting lead magnet looks like this. And again, I'm just going to say this right now. This is the structure, but you absolutely can add to this. So you're going to get a very thorough outline and exact lead magnet copy that you can use. But again, yes, AI is an accelerant, and these tools that we're showing you are an accelerant, but you as the human being and the expert behind this can absolutely add to this and make it more robust based on your expertise and experience, okay? But this is the structure we recommend. You can, again, make it 12 pages if you want, 20 pages if you want, but this is generally the baseline that you want to work from. So cover page is title and subtitle, value-driven, not program-based, which means that you're not saying like, here's the name of my program, I hope you buy it. You're making it attractive to whatever their core problem is. A 1 to 2 sentence benefit statement, and then visual suggestion and a footer, which would be your URL or brand name if you have a website set up or a brand name that you want to add a logo onto the lead magnet. That's where you would put it, is in the bottom footer. And the visual suggestion is really just what do you want to include on that cover page. So then it becomes welcome authority anchor. So this is a relatable intro tailored to your ICE pain points and your turning point or lived experience to build trust on why you're an expert on this topic. Then the problem and why most advice fails. So this is, you want to agitate the core struggle they're facing and highlight what they've tried that hasn't worked, and then introduce what you do that does work. So the simple shift model or method that you use, and break it down clearly. So this should be an aha moment. Then a real world example. So ideally a client or personal story showing the method in action and reinforcing that your approach works. Then a quick action tool. So this could be prompts, worksheet, checklist, mini framework, and help them implement it immediately. Then what's next in a call to action. So connect the insight to your program. Invite them to take the next step, either book a call, watch a VSL, etc. Whatever you have set up for their next entry point, that's what you want to have as your call to action at the end of your lead magnet. So we're going to create this in a matter of minutes. And again, you want to add to it, make sure the tone matches your voice, but this is going to give you the foundation of a very strong lead magnet in a matter of minutes. So you want to complete this input prep checklist right here. So program name, transformation statement, obviously, let's copy and paste these from the Authority Blueprint. Hot topic. So as you might remember in a prior lesson, we shared actually in the conversion content lesson, I showed you how to use the SOP marketing strategist to generate ideas for your lead magnet, VSL, and webinar. You can absolutely use those. Or if you have another idea, you can pop it in here as well. I'm going to go ahead and use the one that was suggested to me for the lead magnet. And one key insight or strategy. So what's one shift from your curriculum that solves part of that struggle? And this becomes your teaching content. And then what transformation have you created? So what lived experience gives you credibility, and preferred format. So is this a guide, a worksheet, a checklist, a template, or framework overview? And then obviously we need to include what is the next call to action? Where are they going? If you have a VSL, are you sending them there? If you want them to go directly to book a call, are you sending them there, etc.? Is there a wait list, etc.? Whatever it may be. So then once you get your output, you're going to make sure that it matches all of these pieces. And then you're just going to design it once you have your output. So let me show you what happens here in terms of how you create this, and then we can talk about the design in a second. So I created this mock output based on what was suggested to me, and then my own insight into what I want the call to action to be, etc. So let's say it's a VSL, which would be the free training, and then that's the link right there. So then I went ahead and I go to the SOP lead magnet, and I will show you exactly how this works. So I just take this whole, what you would do is you would take this prompt here, so the input checklist, and you answer all of these questions, 1 through 8. You can answer them in a new document or in notes, and then you want to copy and paste that entire input, so everything that you've answered and the original question, and you want to put it in here. So copy and paste it into here. So you can see I have all of the pieces of the puzzle in here. And then I press enter. So I'm giving it the correct information. And then what it's going to do is it's going to give me exactly what this should look like and sound like and what should be included on each page. So like I said, this is giving you your lead magnet. It is giving you exactly what's going to make this a really strong and valuable lead magnet for your ideal client. And if it doesn't match your tone, if it doesn't sound exactly like you want it to sound, or you feel like there are missing pieces in here, please add them. That is where this is giving you the recipe. You get to add the flavor. Okay? So this is giving you the structure that works. You get to add pages if you want. You get to add copy if you want, and you get to then design it from here. So the beauty of this is now that we have this entire outline for your lead magnet and it's very well structured, you then can design it. So once you have it, set to go, you can design it by just making it a Google Doc, and you can just export it as a PDF. That's very easy. You could create it in Canva, which is a very easy design tool, or you can use something called Gamma, which is a really, really easy design tool to use. And you can select the presentation style that you want. So for this, it would be a document, and it creates a really beautiful version of this lead magnet, and that it literally will do it in a matter of minutes. So I'm actually going to show you what it would look like if you used Gamma for this. And again, you can use any option that you like, whatever feels the most, aligned for you. You also can hire a graphic designer. It's very easy to do. There's lots of places to find them. So let me show what it looks like if you use Gamma for this. So I'm in Gamma right now. If I go into create new, it's gamma.app, create new. I'm going to go paste in text. I'm going to grab this entire outline. And then I'm going to go in here and I'm going to select document. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to paste the entire prompt. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to say preserve this exact text, because I don't want it to adjust how it looks or what it shows up as, because we know the structure works. So then I can go to this piece. Then I can go to the format. So let's just say I want to go with this one. I want to source AI images, or I can also upload images if I want. So I can add image placeholders, and then I can add my own images later. But let's just say I use AI images, and I'm going to go with photorealistic so they look like real images and real photos. And then once I do that, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to press generate. And you're going to see exactly what this looks like. And it's pretty magical that it can create this in a matter of minutes. So of course, there are pieces of this puzzle that you're going to probably want to adjust, i.e., you don't want this to say welcome and authority anchor, because these are internal pieces. So instead you'd want to replace this with welcome busy moms. So you'd go like that. You just say welcome busy moms as the header. So again, you want to take out anything that's for internal use. And you can adjust this in many different ways, but it is going to create this really beautiful PDF for you. So again, your signature insight method, you want to remove that. So you just want to review it, but it's created this beautiful, beautiful PDF for you, right? So this is unbelievable. And it did that in a matter of minutes. So again, the beautiful thing is you then can go here and you can go share, export, and you can download it. So let's say it's export to PDF. From there, you can then add in links and make it clickable for the buttons that you have here, so that you ensure people are able to go to those links. So that's it. It's set to go in a matter of minutes, and it looks pretty darn beautiful. So you can see, I'm going to just open it up here. Again, there are so many options to design this. You can use it in a million different ways. And this is the free version, so you would obviously want to pay for the paid version to ensure you don't have a watermark down here, and instead you could add your own link down here. But This is what I mean. It turns it into a really beautiful PDF, and then you can use specific tools to add in your links. Now your links in here should be correct, but if they're not, what you can do is actually upload the document to Canva, and you can actually edit it even further in Canva. So if there's things that you want to change, it makes it really easy to do that within Canva. Oh, I just completely screwed that up, but let's ignore that for a second. Let's say that this link is wrong. You can just go ahead and edit the link here and make sure that it's the correct link when people click on it. And same thing here. So that's how you create your PDF in a matter of minutes, and your lead magnet in a matter of minutes that you know is done in a structure that is meant to convert, which is really exciting.